Hey everybody, decided to do another video. I've been kind of slacking big time. Well, kind of slacking. I really have been slacking on keeping updates with videos on my channel the last few weeks. I've been going through a lot of shit lately, to be honest. Life sucks, but besides that, I won't get into fucking details of what's been going on. I kind of hate myself for skipping out doing a video on Godzilla Day, November 3rd. I can completely drop the ball on that. I wanted to do a video and I never fucking got around to it. Yeah, I went out and I saw Godzilla minus one, minus color in the theaters, and it was funny. I was the only one in the entire theater, or the entire auditorium, I should say, when I saw the movie, which was great because I rented a theater many years ago for the movie We Were Soldiers Once and Young, because my father was actually involved in that battle. Cost me $1,000 for a private screening of that film. I invited like a group of like my close friends to go see it with me, but to turn around and many years later not rent, but buy tickets for Godzilla minus one minus color on Godzilla Day and be the only person in the entire theater, it kind of hit differently. To sit there and think like, gee, I paid $1,000 like 20 plus years ago for one movie, and I paid $16 to go see a private screening of Godzilla minus one minus color. Anyways, now I'm just rambling again, like I always do. Um, I was getting ready to put up my Christmas decorations that I've been doing for the last few years. Um, to give you a little bit of a backstory, I used to draw these pictures a lot when I was younger, and like through junior high and high school around Christmas time, of this character. They called him, I think it was Frausty, the Abominable Snowman. It was in the Marvel Comics What If series, I think, or it was whatever they called it. It was a story about how the Marvel's executives were trying to change the name of Son of Satan because they thought it was like too, you know, it was negative for the children. So they're trying to come up with different ideas of what you can change his name to, and they went with the Son of Santa. And the big villain in like the short story, I mean, there was several different, because they kept going through different names, but one part of it was the Son of Santa, and there was an enemy in there called, again, it was Frosty the Abominable Snowman, which I thought was fucking hysterical. I tried to copy that artwork. I was terrible back in the day. Um, and that used to be like my go-to anytime like kids would ask me to draw something like Christmas related, draw a snowman. I always did Frosty the Abominable Snowman. Fast forward to many years later, I forget like what are the years in this artwork. That one, I think, on the right hand side is 2019. The other one, I think, it was like maybe the year before, 2000. Yeah, 2018. Um, I started adding more characters to the stupidity of my imagination. Um, I made up a character, Rudolph. Yeah, basically Rudolphzilla. Um, I, I know I'm gonna get shit because everyone keep thinking I'm putting an R at the end of the name when I pronounce it. Um, Rudolphzilla. There. Fuck it, I don't care. Um, and Ultra Santa, which is up in the upper corner on the art piece on the left hand side. Um, he's fighting Frosty the Abominable Snowman. I tweaked the design so it's no longer like Marvel's character anymore. I mean, it's technically not really a character. It was just that they've used again past that What If series, that What If issue, I should say. So I kind of adopted it, tweaked him a bit. I made him look more, he's skeletal, more skeletal in that art piece, but I don't have it displayed. But there was another drawing I did a few Christmases before then that he was more in line with Space Godzilla. Um, Instead of having crystals coming off his back and his shoulders, it was supposed to be like icicles, and I don't know, chunks of ice growing off his shoulders. Um, And then on this other one, the one that's on the right, it's again Rudolphzilla, but now he's fighting um, Ghidorah, the Three Wisemen. It was based off of poster artwork that was for Godzilla King of the Monsters. The yeah, with the 2019, wasn't it? I think that came out. Yeah, so I just tweaked it, obviously to incorporate the Rudolphzilla character. Um, anyways, over the years, I always wanted to do like a Christmas village, and every time I'd see them in store windows, I'd always picture like putting a big Godzilla figure in the middle of it all. And I did that for a while. I actually have. I finally went around and I searched everywhere. It was, I don't forget how many years ago it was. I ended up finding a pretty decent priced Christmas Village set at Savers. Picked that up, and then I found out, like, the dollar store, Dollar Tree, or whatever was selling um, their own versions of like the Christmas Village stuff. So I've expanded on it, and I decided to try to figure out how to make my own figures of my characters of Frosty, the Abominable Snowman, Ultra Santa, Rudolphzilla, and Ghidorah, the Three Wisemen. And this is what I came up with. Um, First off, I'll grab um, Ultra Santa. I mean, it doesn't quite match the artwork. This is the best I can do. It's the naughty and nice Santa. It was the artist blank that they sold through Big Bad Toy Store. I brought that and painted it myself to try to match more of the artwork. I want to add some more details to his suit to make it look more like like an Ultraman suit or whatever. There's some paint chipping off of it. I'll have to touch that up, but I don't care. The head doesn't really fit that well. I mean, that's the big ball joint that's underneath that the Santa head came on. This is the Mego Ultraman head. I just chopped it off and then shaved down or cut down the top of the head to glue the Santa hat on. So that's the Ultra Santa that I have. I had some backstory that Santa was out there flying in a snowstorm, and he collided with a meteor, right, that was carrying an Ultra Warrior in there, and they combined, like, kind of like the basic Ultraman story. They combined with each other and became Ultra Santa. And he teams up with Rudolphzilla to take on Frosty, the Abominable Snowman, and Ghidorah, the Three Wisemen. For some strange reason, I don't know, they're attacking Santa's village or something like that. I don't know. This is my Frosty, the Abominable Snowman figure. The base body is the Marvel Legends movie Venom that I took and spray painted. Not spray painted, maybe. Did I? I don't know. I might have airbrushed them blue. I'm not sure. And then, did the dry brushing of white. Oh, there's a bit of a glitch in my phone right there. Then this is sea glass for the shoulder crystals, or the shoulder ice, I should say. The head is actually the oh god, what are they called? The engineer skull from NECA Toys. The engineer from that. It wasn't the movie; it was a comic version of the engineer. So I guess they came with one of the Predator figures. That's what that is, and this is, I forget where the belt came from. That's a belt, again, I think off of another action figure that I had that I glued on place. I made the hat out of some stuff I grabbed at a craft store. Cheap, basic sculpture of a quick sculpture of a carrot. There's actually pieces of coal in his eyes. I had this like epoxy sculpt stuff. I think that's what it is they used. I also used that to hold the the icicles that are growing off his back and off his elbows, or his forearms, I should say. Yeah, they're just plastic icicle for your Christmas tree. I don't know why I decided to paint them as blue as they came out. I was hoping they would come out like a lighter shade, but yeah. So that's basically it on him. He's still got some posability, but I really don't pose them much because they just stand there. And then I just took some plaster, a thick mixture of plaster, and whipped up like bases for the icicles growing out of the ground. Yeah, so this is like it's plaster, and I think I used some sort of oh god, like a paint sealer or whatever on it, and I just stuck these into lumps of the plaster, so it looks like the icicles growing out of the ground, kind of like how the crystals grew out of the ground in Godzilla versus Space Godzilla. And then this is just the basic Bandai 2019 King Ghidorah figure that I took and cut off the heads, and it was more difficult than I thought it would be to find 3 Wisemen. They're really tiny, the 3 Wisemen heads off of figures. I forget where the hell I found. I think it was like a Hobby Lobby that I found a nativity set. I can't even talk right now. A nativity set for Christmas or whatever I found they had that was pretty cheap. 3 Wisemen, like I ordered some off of eBay, and they came up, when they got shipped here, they were way too big. I would love to eventually, but then again, I'd be spending a lot more money to get something the size or close to the size of the Haya Toys or even the SH Figure Arts or SH Monster Arts 2019 King Ghidorah, and use that and find bigger heads. I would love to do a robe and everything. You can't really, maybe you can see it kind of sort of in the artwork. I should do like robes for Ghidorah, the three wise men, to match more like my art. And also, they had the gifts. The concept, or the idea that I had, the gifts that the 3 wise men are supposed to bring are actually on the tips of the tails of Ghidorah, the 3 wise men. That's something I would need to accomplish too at some point. And then for Rudolphzilla, this is the NECA 2000. No, not 2000. What am I saying? 2000. The NECA Godzilla 1994. Just painted. I painted it black, and then I did dry brushing of brown on it, and some yellow ochre for the chest, yellow to whatever. The head is actually from a figure of the reindeer that was in, I'm like holding it off camera, the reindeer that was on from Frozen. Just cut the head off, pulled off the Godzilla head, glued it in place. I made, again, with the same epoxy stuff, I made the nose, and I added some more of the fur off the cheeks, kind of match my artwork. I don't have a goatee for some strange reason, and sculpt that like what he has. The tail is just the tip, the flexible portion of one of the Godzilla. I think it might have been the 94. Either it's the 94 or it's the 84 NECA Godzilla. And again, I just add the epoxy sculpt. I'm not good at sculpting. I've never attempted it before, so I just whipped up a whole bunch of it, like just a clusterfuck of it, and I just stuck it onto the tip of the tail, and I just took, I think, a knife and try to like just do lines so it looks like hair on it. Yeah, and then he's got gigantic oversized hoofs to fit over the bottom of the legs of this Godzilla. I popped the feet off, Godzilla's feet off, and then I used more of the epoxy because I thought I did have a lot of these pieces were just glued in place. And I realized like after a while of them being knocked around, the parts would just pop right off. The glue wouldn't hold as well, so I ended up using more of the epoxy sculpt to, you know, with some more fur details to go over the hoofs. It was just a random plastic horse that I found at Savers that I just cut, the ends, the hoofs off of it, the ends of the feet. I think there actually might be a little bit more of that, more of the horse's legs and ankles or whatever under here. I'm not sure, but again, painted it brown, and the hoofs were black. 'Cause I think it was like a white plastic horse or something like that. I don't know. Anyways, so just to put like a quick video up, because I will be putting this display up with the village, and also I was able to finish the video, and I had my friend 3D print me a cooling tower, because my idea was that the reason why Rudolph came out the way he did is because the other reindeer were messing with him and pushed him into the and I know, I don't think the water or whatever that's in the cooling towers, or if there is water or whatever at the bottom of the, I think it is water at the bottom of the cooler towers. I don't think is radioactive. Maybe it could be. I don't know. I'm not an expert on it, but my idea is they're fucking around in the cooling tower. They push Rudolph in because, as the story goes, they made fun of him for being the way he was. They push him into the cooling tower, and the radiation came out, and boom, out comes Rudolphzilla. And of course, the idea in my back of my head was that Santa can't keep up with the demands anymore like he used to, so he switched to nuclear power to up his production. Yeah, that's it. That's what I thought of. So, anyways, yeah. So that's my Rudolphzilla and Ultra Santa versus Frausty, the Abominable Snowman, and Ghidorah, the Three Wise Men. I was calling it like the Battle for Santa's Village or something like that. It was a ridiculous long title. I would love to one day maybe try to write a short comic that try to get my thoughts together into a story of why they exist the way they do. But then again, it's just add to the list of things I always say I want to do and I never get around to. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Those typical bullshit. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and video's over. Get the fuck out of here.